So you're welcome back to the show. Many thanks for staying with us. And I'm wondering what your plans are for Christmas. Usually we're always blaming government and asking and pushing government for what the budget is. Well, government is not the only entity that requires a budget. You do too. So we'll be having a conversation of that. But before that, it's just a few days to, not a few days actually, a few hours I must say, to Christmas. And I'm sure by now you'd have seen all the decorations and lights dotted across the city. Red, green, traditional colors as well that are always used in Christmas. Well, have you ever wondered what these colors symbolize? In this feature, as part of our Christmas series, Mapito Sebedi and Komla Adum visited the market and they spoke to some vendors to find out how sales are going, and they try to help us understand what the traditional colors used in Christmas decorations stand for.
Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. A jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. It's the festive season. I'm in the Christmas spirit, as you can see, and I'm going to find out what's going on sale. What are people buying to decorate their houses? So I want to know, what are you selling today?
Christmas decorations.
What kind of Christmas? I have caps, clothes, balls, and many other things.
A chair, attire, balls, red, blue, anything.
All right, you're saying cap.
Cap 5 CD, 10 CD, 15 CD. I have 7 CD.
And then the balls?
Balls, 35, 20, 10 CD, 5 CD.
So how's the market?
Market today, new. Yeah.
It's been generally slow this year. There's no money in the system. It was better last year. So how was 2017?
Last year, I need fine. I'm for Chromo Tato, pa, Muto Adiamaye. Now this year, Shane Saturday, Yamba Chrome, Yanta Diamay Fitana Paya Transi, Yanta Diamaye.
If you had one Christmas wish, what would it be?
This one, I'm Walake Wale.
I pray for good health for my family so we can see.
Came from Rekan, Miss One Wala, Kewale, need 2020 Abanina.
You know, Christmas, you know, 3 colors, the red, the gold, and the green.
Yeah.
They all have, you know, some significance.
Some meaning.
So,
let's start with the green.
yeah.
I know it's about rebirth.
Rebirth.
Yes,
Birth
and
and
birth.
rebirth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red, which I'm sure is a very common color many of us know, red signifies the blood of Christ.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this one?
And the gold. I mean, you know the Ghana colors, there's gold in it, right?
Yeah.
This gold signifies light.
Okay.
And so these are the common colors during Christmas, the red, the green, and the gold. And it means a lot of love, a lot of lights, and a lot of gift sharing as well. So as the Christmas festivities kick in, Maps really treats all of us to, you know, get our loved ones some gifts, you know.
And you know, some decorations, decorate your house.
You know.
I'm sure the kids will love this.
Yeah.
You know, they even have balls.
Yeah.
I saw some balls there.
Yeah, we have that. I mean, it will just bring some life into your home, and this is all that Christmas is about.
And do you also know about the mistletoe, the history behind the mistletoe? And that when 2 people stand under the mistletoe, do you know what needs to happen?
No. Tell me about it.
All right, so the history about the mistletoe is that when 2 people stand under a mistletoe, they need to kiss.
Oh.
Yeah, but we won't be doing that because
Maybe some other time.
maybe some other time under the mistletoe. So you know what? Get yourself some decorations. Get yourself a Christmas tree, the green, the red,
And the yellow, the
Yeah.
gold, most importantly. And it's all about gifts once again. So I'll give you a gift after here, Max.
Okay, I'll also give you a gift. But what's your one Christmas wish?
I mean that we have life, most importantly, and as a team, we deliver more compelling content to our viewers, home and abroad. And yeah, so what about you?
What's my one wish? I don't want to say it on camera. What's my one wish? I don't have a wish. What's my Christmas wish? I just want to go home for Christmas.
And that's not happening, you know that. All right, so for myself, Komla, and
myself, Peter CBD,
out here and about, we say Merry Christmas and have a wonderful, wonderful New Year.
And jingle bells, jingle all the way. Come on, Komla. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Woo!
To go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. A mix and a mingle and a jingling beat. That's the jingle bell. That's the jingle bell.
So you see how Komla takes that hat off? That's because he didn't buy it. He picked it up from the shop, he put it on, he did the show, and he's putting it back down. But if you want to buy it, you need to put that in your budget. I don't know if you've received your salary already. I haven't yet. I know I will. But let's talk about money. Because all those things that you saw, it requires money and more. When you have to buy food and you have to keep your in-laws in your home for a while, it all boils down to money. That's why we have brought in the studio here a financial consultant. He's an expert in finance. He's going to help us talk about your money and how to spend it during Christmas. Because like I said, January tends to be a very long one. Michael Ni, your boy Annan, is our man today. So thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome.
I believe you have done your budget already and you're going to share it with us.
Yes, of course.
Okay. But why is it special? I mean, why is a Christmas budget special?
Well, two things. I think it is a matter of where it is positioned on the calendar. Then, secondly, it is the population that actually observe Christmas.
Okay.
That's what makes it that special.
Right. What then should go into this very special budget?
Well, it means that you need to start planning for it earlier on.
Okay.
Because there is a lot of sporadic spending during Christmas. And it is not a Ghanaian thing. It is all over the world.
Okay.
The U.S. is reporting that in a minute, they record about 187 sales. New Zealand has said same. Jamaica had said that their currency is being put under pressure to the tune of $18 billion.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, Christmas spending, from now you can tell, Amazon, all these online shopping are all busy.
Okay.
And all the courier services are also equally busy.
Okay.
So, yes.
So let's get very practical. If you say you should start your budget early or planning early, let's say we're in... Start for me, which month you should start planning and what are the things you should do before December 25th?
Well, the thing about a year is that it's made up of 4 quarters. So for each quarter, you are supposed to plan a month before the quarter.
Okay.
So, for instance, for January, we have October. For December, we have October, November, December. So before October, you need to have set your budget.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So let's work with someone who earns about 2,000 cedis a month. Let's work the budget around it. If I earn 2,000 cedis a month by October, what should I be doing?
Well, it means that 80% of that should go into productive sectors of your own budget.
Which are?
Well, which are your transport, your upkeep, the family upkeep, and then clothing.
Transport, clothing, food.
Food.
Let's say 80%.
Yes.
And what do you then do with the 20%? And this is what for October planning.
This is for the you have
for the quarter.
For a quarter.
Okay.
You have 2,000 for a month, I guess. So 6,000. Right, for a quarter.
Okay.
Right. So you know there will be December and there will be Christmas.
Yeah.
Right. So your 20% for each month can be saved for Christmas.
For Christmas. So if you earn 2,000 and you have to plan for the Christmas, for the last quarter of the year, October, November, December. You start saving 20% of your 2,000 CDs.
Exactly.
And you use that separately for Christmas.
Exactly.
Okay. And then you start buying things in October, but it depends on what kind of things you're buying, doesn't it?
No, you don't really need to buy things in October.
Okay.
What we normally don't do is that most of the things we use for Christmas, in terms of decorations and all that, can be kept.
Okay.
I have kept my decorations for 4 good years.
4 years?
Yes, so I don't need to spend.
Okay.
I think last 2 weeks, the kids, with the help of the kids, they put everything up in the hall. We have kept a Christmas tree for that long, and all we do is to add on to it.
I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you buy the things early, you can keep them for, you know, as long as possible. But do you even need decoration in your home?
Well, for the kids, yes, you need it.
Well, not everybody has kids, you know.
Well, those who don't have kids, I mean, it is more flexible for them. Okay. They can even save more, and they can have more fun with Christmas.
Okay.
They can give back to their parents. They will go home, their siblings. So it comes to the same thing, even if you don't have kids.
If you're not, you want to be very financially prudent.
Yep.
And you're looking at Christmas, you want to be nice to people, but you don't really have so much resources. Okay. Are there any, I don't want to use shortcuts, but for lack of a better word, are there any shortcuts? Are there any tips, ideas on what you can do if you can't really buy gifts for each and everybody in your life?
Well, I think that we push it so hard on ourselves, but really, Christmas, yes, is for people to show love and give out gifts, but like you are saying, practically, financially, I mean, you don't need to give anybody a gift.
You don't
for
need
Christmas.
to? Okay.
Yes, what you need to do is the alternative.
Which
is to share a moment with such people. All around the year, we have been busy with work and everything, work and money. I mean, we can take time off, be with family, be with friends, and spend some quality time. I think that will do for the money. Well, what we don't do here, which others do, is to go on vacation, and that saves a lot of money if you're on vacation.
Yeah. Vacation saves money, you say?
Yes.
How?
Well, if I decide, and that's something I do, if I decide to leave town and spend Christmas and New Year in maybe a nice hotel in Elmina.
You're going to pay for it?
Yes, you pay for it, but that budget is static. The variable will be what you would eat.
Okay.
I will not need our friends will not even be calling because they even know you have traveled.
Okay.
You know, you don't kind of make expenses you have not budgeted for.
Okay, so
yes.
so what you mean by a static budget? It means that there are no impulse expenses.
Exactly.
Okay, interesting. So go over that again and how that helps saves money, and how that helps to save money.
Okay, so I take my Christmas break and I move with the family all the way to maybe Buzia Beach. I know that a day I am going to spend not more than 800 Ghana cedis with the entire family.
Okay.
We might be spending 4 days. Trust me, I won't spend anything more than 800 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
If I am in town, I will end up spending more than 2,000 cedis a day.
Okay, because you have people coming to visit
exactly.
you. You have people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Even when you don't have gifts for them, you need to show some love by sending them away with some transport.
But when you're traveling, you need to, if you have to give out gifts, you still have to give them out before you travel anyway.
No, if you always have people you would want to give them gifts.
Okay.
You have people that you have planned to give them gifts.
So that's part of your plan in October?
Those are part of your budget. Okay. So you end up doing away with those ones. Okay. What we are guarding against is spending for what you have not budgeted for.
Okay. So that's very interesting. The point that I'm picking here, and I hope you are too, so that you be guided as to how you spend during Christmas. It says to plan early, because if you look at the year calendar, there are 3 quarters. In the final quarter, you plan for the final quarter, which includes Christmas. So you start planning from, say, October. And as part of your plan, you can keep 20% of your salary as part of your plan for December, for the Christmas holidays. It says if you don't need to necessarily spend money. You can share moments with the people that you love. You don't necessarily have to. I mean, but that's a very difficult one. Do you have to go empty-handed, like empty? Or are there certain things that you can do that doesn't necessarily cost too much?
Yes, there is a lot you can do that will not cost you much. I need to spend moments with certain friends, so I will invite them to the house. No matter what it takes, I will eat. I have a budget for food, so we can share my food.
Okay. Okay, so sharing moments, we believe will help you cut down your cost. And of course, at this point, you have saved 20% of your salary already, so you know that you have a certain budget within which you're working. And then he says to take vacations, because if you move away from your usual environment, chances that people are not coming up to you and that you're not spending impulsively is high, because you know the amount you're spending for the vacation and you stick to that. Sticking to the budgets, that's a very hard one. How do you stick to budgets?
Well, it is not too hard nowadays with mobile phones with us. Because a budget not monitored is a budget that will surely be will not be respected. Okay. Most of the time, what happens is that when I have to spend and I have nothing to check on in terms of my daily budget, I have planned that I will spend so much for this. Now, anytime you spend, you need to check what you actually plan to spend on, which means that you need to have your guide on you all the time.
Interesting.
Now, you will have to be, the difficult aspect is you will have to be your own check.
Self-discipline.
Exactly. That is the only thing. But there are a lot of applications that you can use today on Android or iPhone that you can use to monitor expenditure and to keep your budget in line. So when you have that, normally I would just rush to my phone and see for the day what I have budgeted to spend for.
Okay.
You know, I check it and look, I have not, and I want to be disciplined. So I said, okay, can we do it tomorrow? By any expenditure you postpone for a day, it's worth saving that budget or expenditure.
What does that mean? Break it down.
Well, when something comes up for you to spend on and you have not budgeted for it, try and just postpone it for a day.
Okay.
And you would find out that you don't have the need for it.
I mean, I'm laughing about this because I tend to do that a lot, but I know I need it. When I know I need it, I will buy it anyway. But I know sometimes that I can do without it, but sometimes it makes life easy. Shouldn't you make life easier rather than... I mean, are you not sounding too stingy if you begin to say...
No, you are not. You are not. That is the difference between the rich and the poor.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Those that are able to keep the discipline in terms of budgetary are the ones we call rich. And it will shock you that those that you call poor ends up spending more than the rich.
Because they're not monitoring their spending.
Exactly.
I see. I see. It's a very interesting discussion, and I don't know. I think it boils down to self-discipline, which is something that we all need deliverance on. Self-discipline, which is something we all need deliverance on, because mind you, and I'll be talking about food momentarily, but you know what you should eat and what you should not eat, and how much you should eat and how much you should not eat, but it boils down to self-discipline. So let's wrap up this conversation. What sort of advice will you give to people who fall within a certain salary bracket, or who fall within a certain income bracket? I don't know if the 2,000 I mentioned is good enough to capture, you know, the middle, those in the middle, not so high up there, not so low, but those in the middle. what kind of general advice would you give them as far as managing their budgets now is concerned? Because we're looking at December, and January, like I said, tends to be a very long month.
Exactly. Well, the advice is that, look, we don't save money to blow money. Yes. I mean, if you are in that bracket, your earnings or take-home pay is around 500 Ghana cedis. There is no responsibility on you to actually go out there and try and behave like somebody who earns 2,000 cedis a month. No. Now, the responsibility you have for yourself is to keep yourself and family happy.
Okay.
And you can do that with virtually nothing.
Okay.
You just have to be true to yourself, disciplined enough, and trust me, you will enjoy January.
Speaking of which, how did you enjoy January from December? If you want to enjoy January, are there any specific things you should do apart from what you've shared with us already to be able to enjoy January?
Yes, because we are in December, so I have planned for January. I know that school fees will come up. So in actual fact, I have paid the school fees into the children's accounts already.
Okay.
So January comes and I'm sorted out.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
What we don't do is we wait till the expenditure calls on us. Then we say, let's go find money and pay. No. So now, if I don't have money, I don't have money.
Okay.
But I know that that money have gone somewhere very productive.
Very productive. Very productive. So it says invest in the productive. Investing in the productive parts, you know, of your let's say your life is key. Is key in ensuring that you enjoy January, which tends to be a long month. You may not feel it right now. We'll feel it right now, but you certainly will, because Christmas. Today is 24th.
Yep.
25th, 26th, 27th, 28th.
It's gone now.
And it's gone. And then here comes January staring at you, and you're not ready. You don't want not to be ready. Ms. Annan, let's take your very final words, and then we can call it a wrap. And hopefully I'll go over the points that you've shared with us.
Well, I think Christmas is for us all to wish our fellow humans a good year and success and love, everything good. And I think that it is a moment that will pass within a short while. So please, let us keep money.
It says it's a moment that will pass quickly. It's a moment that will pass quickly. So don't save your money just to blow it in December. Exactly. But honestly, if you want to blow it, I know where you can blow it. Go to the Equiapim School for the Blind, or go to the Kopong School for the Blind, or go to the children homes. You can blow it.
Well, they can decide to come to the boxing arena.
All right.
At Bukom, they will pay only 40 cedis.
Okay, I've been having this conversation with your boy Annan. He's a financial consultant. He's been helping us, look at the bits and pieces of our finances and how to hold it all together before January, because mind you, spending is rife in December. So the things that he's been sharing with us is that you need to invest your money in productive investment. I believe that's the word.
Yeah.
Productive sectors of your life. So we're talking about transportation, because you need to move yourself around. You need to go to work. Transportation. So if you have a car, it's about the fuel, it's about your car maintenance. If not, you want to get into a trotro, you get an Uber, you want to get a taxi, you need money. So you dedicate an amount to that as well. You dedicate an amount to clothing as well. Of course, you need to look good. And you dedicate an amount to food, sometimes gifts as well. If you don't have gifts, it says you can spend some time with people, show them that you love them. You can do things for people. It doesn't necessarily have to be buying gifts for them. You can do things for people. But the most important thing is that you need to plan early. He says that you plan in the last quarter. So from October, you can be planning towards December. Keep 20% of your salary, which you want to keep for gifts. And you can take vacations. It's actually cheaper to go on vacations than to stay at home, because you tend to receive all kinds of visitors, and you tend to do impulse buying because you are at home. But if you travel, you have a fixed budget, you stick with it. And there are so many mobile apps that you can use to monitor your spending, and you can also postpone purchase. If you need to buy something and you don't buy, don't worry. You can buy it tomorrow. He says by tomorrow, you might just find out you didn't even need it in the first place. Mr. Annan, thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome.
And for sharing these tips with us. But don't forget to be self-disciplined in terms of what you eat, how much you spend, most importantly, because Christmas is just a few days. It will pass quickly. January is right at the corner. Not to spoil your celebrations, by the way, just protecting you from yourself. Okay. Well, we understand that there's a game at the Bukom Arena, which is what you're talking about.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Well, we're told we need to take a bit more on that quickly. What is this about? But who's beating who?
Oh, well, I'm a Ghanaian, so I think our Ghanaian boxers should win.
Okay. Tell us a bit more about these people. And
Okay, so we have two regional titles for the middleweight, WBO middleweight, and then super lightweight.
Oh, lightweight. Okay.
Super lightweight, yes.
Bantamweight is all I know.
Yeah, between Robert Kwe and Vincent Mimbileni of Tanzania. And then we have Obodai Sai versus France Ramabulu.
Okay.
And the ladies, we have Muay Thai coming up also for the ladies. We have two, unfortunately, they are Italian and Swiss ladies. And
looks like a lot of these games are being played here in Ghana.
Well, yes, of course. I think the awareness is coming. The talent is already here.
Okay.
I think the other addition was the Bukom Boxing Arena. That has also helped a lot in pushing the sports.
So this evening it is?
No, it is 26 on the Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. Okay, so there's boxing on Boxing Day. That will cost you 40 cedis. That's not a lot, but you can have a lot of fun if boxing is your thing. In fact, if it is not your thing, you should pass by. Find out what good it does for you.
Exactly.
You might just have found something new for your 2019. So 26th of December is happening at the Bukom Arena right here in Accra. And it's 40 cedis and the time is? 7 p.m. Okay. So 7 p.m., 26th, the Boxing Day, where you want to be is to see the boxing matches that are going to go on at the Bukom Arena.
You are invited.
Okay.
VVIP. I want you to feel the blows.
VVIP. Very well. Very well. I'll be there. I will be there. I don't like boxing because it beat up people. But you know, it shows that you're resilient. And I would love to see women boxing, by the way. I haven't seen a lot of that. It'll be interesting. So you got to be there.